We're recording now.
Good. You do that, and then when it's over, you can send me the link to the recording.
Yeah.
And then I can go back and watch it over and over if I need to.
Absolutely. That's a great.
Okay.
I apologize for eating. It's been a weird day for me.
Squeeze it in when you can. It's okay.
Okay. So you go to this website, and let me just close out a few of my tabs so that this is not quite as crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So all you have to do is you go to this get a key, and I've only used Bing. I've had no problems using Bing. I've used it a number of times over the past few years. So, so you just open that up in a new tab. And so then the instructions are right here. So it's really easy. So you just go to the Bing Maps portal, create view or create keys. So I'm going to go over here. And so you sign in. So you need to have like a Microsoft account. So if you don't have a Microsoft account, you can just create a free Hotmail account and that will work. So I'm going to log in. And then you go to my account and then my keys.
Mm-hmm.
And then you click here to create a new key. And so the application name, we would call this like John Geocoder. And this is something where you only will have to do this one time. So you can just like keep this on a document, or like I used to always keep mine as like on a sticky note on my computer, you know, like with the sticky app. So I never, like I went in here like once and then I used the same key for like many lots of times. So you don't need to enter the application URL. The key type is basic. And then I believe, let's check this. It says you want to select basic, and then the key type is public website. So yeah, so we just go website, and then we create, click create. And so then we go show key, and then you just copy it like that. Does that make sense?
So far, but keep going.
Okay, so then, and so like that key, so like, do you know much about APIs?
No, I've not used their Ezra's APIs.
Or so essentially you are, like an API is developed for a coder or somebody to be able to access that, like their data. And
I do understand APIs.
Yeah, right. So this is just your key for that. So if we go back over to the GPS visualizer, you'll change your source here. By default, it's MapQuest, but we did Bing Maps. So you just go Bing Maps, then you copy in that your API key. And then for your input, this is where things get a little weird, but it's really easy. I've not done this on a Mac yet, so I think we should be fine. So you take the CSV file that you gave me, and you say, essentially we need to get this just like as a text file. So you go file, and then I'm going to see if I can open that in Excel. This is just going to take 1 second. So what you do is you take the CSV that you sent me, and we just are going to convert that into a text format so that we can put it all in on one line. It'll make sense in a second once I get this converted.
Okay.
If Excel wants to open up.
So what I sent you is a CSV file, and you've converted that to Excel. And then
I'm going to open it in Excel. So I'm just taking it here, going File, Open. And so it was called, okay. There we go. So there's the Montgomery County churches. I'm opening that up. Essentially, like this is maybe, there's probably a way more efficient way to do this. I just don't know, and that's in part because I don't know how to use a Mac. But what we will want to do is what I've always done is I've gone File, Save As. I've never done this on a Mac before. And as I hope I'm communicating, I don't know how to use a Mac. So I'm just going to call this the Montgomery test. And we're saving this as a text file. And the reason why is so that we can open it up here. Let me go to where I saved it. Oh, I saved it as tab delimited. Okay, 1 second. Oh, actually, that should work. So I'm taking this and I'm copying it now. So that's all of your data, but it's all in a like it's in a text format. So then if we move it back over here, I can put it as the input. And then I say that it's a tab delimited file. And then I can start geocoding. And can you see how we now are getting this lat and long right here? So it's going line by line of all that data. And so now it's putting a lat long before all the rest of the data.
I got it.
So then once this is done, we'll just take that data, copy it back into the text file, and then you can open that up in
Excel or anything.
Exactly.
Okay, so it creates it in the screen online instantly. I just have to copy and paste to be able to use it.
Yeah, so it takes a little while to run, so you can see it's maybe like, I don't know, it's maybe like a half second per item. So it's not like, so it just takes a little while. So
I've got that much patience. It's okay.
Yeah. So then so for example, I'm just going to copy that. We'll come back in a minute and get the rest of them, but just to like show you what the process would be. So I'm deleting out what was in that text file that we uploaded. So you can see here, you know, I can then go save this. And then if I go back to Excel, I can open it and say that it's a delimited file. That it's like both tab and comma separated. And then, you know, look at, you know, have this nice, beautiful you've got your lat long and all such things.
Okay, so it gave me extra columns then, didn't it?
Yeah, so you can decide that you want to get rid of those columns because that's just sort of like they're adding on some more stuff with the way that they do the geocode, just so you can have an idea of like, this is the address that you said it was. This is, so like, you know.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, so that's
I'll just
pretty,
delete what I don't need.
yeah, exactly. So it's pretty simple.
Mm-hmm.
So if we go back over here, it's, you know, it's still chugging away. But it's a free way to geocode, and free is better than having to pay for it.
Yeah, and I was going to be spending several hours learning Esri's process and how to use the credits. So this is a great option to save me all that time. And I like free.
Yeah, so yeah, so if you want to, you can, you know, go create that key. I mean, I think it's all pretty self-explanatory, you know, and you'll have this video to be able to go and walk back through. But you know, the general process is you take that CSV or however your data is, and you need to get it in a text format. So whether that be a tab delimited or a comma delimited text format, then you copy that up here. And then when this is done, you copy this out back into that text document, import it into Excel. So a few more steps, but it's free. So I'm a fan of free.
I can handle that real easy, Juliana. No problem whatsoever on that.
Okay.
And I'll learn the app on the site and become comfortable with it. You look like you're kind of cold today. What part of the country are you in?
I'm in Chicago.
Chicago? Okay.
Yeah.
You deserve to be cold up there then.
Yeah, I think it's like 10 degrees out here. And so I just got home a few minutes ago. I was out working at a coffee shop with a friend and realized that the internet was not good. So I came back home so we could actually chat.
I appreciate that.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
why are you using a Mac instead of a PC? You said you don't use Mac very often.
Well, I was gifted this computer. My sister didn't want it anymore. So it was hard to deny a free computer.
Well, it's nice to know how to work on two platforms. I mean,
yeah. So
Mac and PC is good.
Yeah, so I have another computer that I do a lot of GIS stuff on, but the Wi-Fi on it doesn't work anymore. So it just has to be like a purely like plugged in computer. So if I'm actually like doing geospatial stuff, but I also run Parallels on this computer as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I had two other questions for you. Do you have any experience using the ArcGIS Pro? Which is
I do.
Okay, I've been using the desktop for years. And
so ArcMap?
Yes.
Okay.
Would you suggest shifting to the Pro next time I do an annual subscription?
So, okay, I'm actually going to stop the recording if that's okay. So,
sure.
And that's just because, I don't know how I stop recording. Maybe I can't.
Yeah, you can. Probably press the red button.